You find an article online. Within seconds, the text breaks apart, strips away original formatting, and rebuilds itself into a fully rewritten, SEO-optimized manuscript. By the end of this setup, you will control a fully automated content curation pipeline, and you will run the entire process directly from a single browser extension. To construct this workflow, we require 3 specific pillars. First, an extraction tool to capture the raw text. Second, a rewriting intelligence to process the narrative. And third, a publishing schedule to pace the final output. Before we initialize the system, you must lock in your prerequisites. You need an active browser extension, your AI rewriting models, and a secure API key. An API key is a unique string of characters that acts as a secure password, allowing 2 separate software programs to talk to each other. If you miss any of these setup steps, the connection fails. That severs the automation entirely, forcing you to manually copy, paste, and format every single post by hand. Building this initial architecture correctly eliminates the need for manual data entry, allowing you to operate strictly as a high-level content director. Step 1 is establishing your operational starting point. We begin by pasting your core API key into the browser extension settings menu. This key serves a single vital purpose. It creates an exclusive, secure bridge between your local web browser and your master software database. Once connected, you will encounter a common synchronization issue. When you build new article templates or campaigns in the central database, those updates do not automatically push to the browser extension interface. To close this gap, you have to use a manual override. You will click the buttons to fetch your templates and fetch your campaigns, forcing the browser extension to pull the latest data from the main database. Habitually using this fetch mechanism guarantees your extraction tool operates on your most current logic and routing rules. Now we move to the master dashboard to build the foundational blueprint for your AI. We do this by creating a new article template. First, you assign a specific AI model framework, like Anthropic's Sonnet. Sonnet is a large language model optimized for advanced reading and writing tasks. Selecting this dictates the exact narrative style and tone of your rewritten output. Next, we configure the visual parsing rules. You instruct the engine to extract source images from the original article and place them into the new text at strict intervals, such as above every subheading or every 7 paragraphs. At this stage, relying on default naming conventions creates a severe workflow hazard. A default system name is often a chaotic string of characters, making it nearly impossible to identify the correct template quickly out in the field. To maintain operational clarity, you must use a strict tiered naming taxonomy. Label the template with the target style, the specific model used, and the media settings. For example, Universal News, Sonnet, no audio. Notice that we labeled this no audio. Generating voiceovers or audio summaries consumes massive amounts of processing time and credits. For this foundational build, we intentionally bypass advanced audio synthesis to keep extraction speed high. With these parameters locked in, you hit Update to save the newly minted template directly into your master database. By setting strict visual rules and enforcing a clear naming taxonomy, you ensure your extraction tool produces reliable, predictable results every time you use it. With the template built, we need a distribution bridge. This is your campaign structure. It's the designated pathway linking your AI rewriting engine to your final publishing platform, like WordPress. Inside the campaign settings, you control a critical bypass mechanism. If you check this box to enable auto push, the processed article bypasses manual review and routes immediately to your publishing queue. Leave it unchecked, and the article holds in your dashboard for manual editing. Cautionary: when naming this campaign, you must avoid a fatal syntax error. Do not embed special characters or decimals, like a .NET extension, in the campaign title. The database cannot process those characters, and it will permanently sever your digital link. Finally, we route the campaign into the external schedule manager. This dictates exactly when the completed articles go live on your site. You set strict temporal pacing here. Program exactly 1 post per day and establish blackout days, like 0 posts on Sunday, to replicate organic publishing habits. Applying these rigid scheduling constraints acts as a pressure valve. It ensures a mathematically consistent drip of content, preventing your site from being flagged. Now we return to the front lines. You browse the live internet, target an article that fits your niche, and open your browser extension. The execution sequence takes seconds. You expand the side panel, initiate your forced fetch sync, and select the exact template and campaign blueprints we just built. You hit the final physical trigger to send the article to the system. The screen flashes, confirming the data payload has been successfully dispatched. That single click initiates a massive cloud workflow. The system parses raw text, rewrites the narrative, and reformats visuals simultaneously. On your live website, the content isn't there yet. Instead, it sits in a holding pattern. This delay is exactly what you programmed. The article is resting securely in your queue, waiting to be released according to the precise pacing rules you established in your schedule manager. By combining a properly configured extraction tool, a strict rewriting template, and a controlled distribution schedule, you turn your routine daily web browsing into a relentless, automated content acquisition machine.